Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to What the Fuck News. My name is Destrey and I only sometimes look at midget porn. This is What the Fuck News, where we talk about the news that you might have missed in the last week. And the first story I wanted to talk about was that Nintendo just released a 30-second teaser trailer of the next games in the Pokemon franchise, which will be remakes of the Game Boy Advance classics Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, renamed Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. As a huge fan of the games, and especially of the original Ruby and Sapphire, I am like turd in my pants excited about these games. But really, with the names, like really? Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? What the fuck is that? Announced next in the Pokemon franchise is Pokemon Mega Platinum Magenta, and its counterpart, Pokemon Crazy Desaturated Maroon. Or my favorite, Pokemon Whoopi Goldberg's Gums Purple. But as for now, I'm really excited for these games to come out, which are set to come out in November 2014 for the 3DS. In more What the Fuck news, actor Bryan Cranston, best known for his role as the meth-cooking Heisenberg from Breaking Bad, has proven yet again that he is the nicest meth cook to ever have lived. That's not entirely true. My stepdad is also pretty cool. The Emmy-winning actor made headlines recently when he helped a young Breaking Bad fan, Stephen Montana, ask a girl out to the junior prom using his Heisenberg voice to scare the nipples off the girl to say yes.
Maddie, if you don't go to the prom with Stephen, then maybe your best course of action would be to tread lightly.
Maddie, will you go to prom with me? Thank you so much.
Other than the obvious fact that the girl said yes, Cranston decided he was not being nice enough and decided to fly them to New York, paying for their food, their hotel, their flight, and even giving them tickets to his Broadway show of All the Way. Stephen goes on to say he really is the nicest guy in the world. It really is true. He's not a celebrity, he's a dude. He didn't have to help me out, but it was pretty amazing. In some miraculous news, a baby somehow survived an 11-story fall in a housing project in Minneapolis. Apparently the baby pulled a Senator Kelly from X-Men and slipped through the railing of his family's balcony as his dad stepped away to get something from the other room. Father of the Year award, not going to this guy this year. Missed it by that much. Reportedly, the dad had no idea that the kid slipped through the bars, and it was actually his 3-year-old daughter who opened up the sliding glass door, allowing the kid to fall. The girl then went to the dad and simply said, Daddy, the baby fell. Fell off what, like the couch or the counter? No, the building. Apparently the kid, 15-month-old Musa Dayev, who sounds like an awesome warlock, suffered only a concussion and several broken bones but is said to make a full recovery. Dr. Tina Slusher, who looked after the kid, says, if you and I fell that far, we would be dead. No shit. Glad you were in medical school for 8 years to fucking tell us that. Anyway, she attributes the survival of the baby to the flexibility of babies, as well as the fact that he landed on soft mulch rather than, hard concrete. So there's actually been a lot of school sex scandals in the news lately, including the Oklahoma teacher who gave a 98% to a flunking student after he had sex with her multiple times. You know the fantasy that all boys have where it's like, but teacher, isn't there any extra credit you can give me so I don't flunk? I'm sure we can work something out. Yeah, that actually happened to that kid. But for the sake of the what the fuck in What the Fuck news, I am actually going to one-up that story with the South Carolina teacher who reportedly had sex with 3 students in one day. Wow. 29-year-old Ellen Niemek faces 3 sexual battery charges for having sex with 2 underage boys, and the third being 18. How horny can someone fucking be? The attorney for the student says that the inappropriate behavior began in the classroom with dirty talk and sexy photos of the teacher, which is pretty much just one of those high-five moments to all of your best friends when you have nude pictures of your teacher. Hey dude, check out Miss Niemek's boobies. Nice, right? Some of the sex reportedly happened at the school as well, some in her car, and some at various house parties that one of the students would throw, where the teacher had sex with the 3 different boys. I don't know what kind of magic juice is in her vagina, but Jesus, can you stop? The teacher's been jailed and is not allowed to go near the boys or the school when she gets out. The students are now receiving counseling, which is probably going something like this. Okay, Jimmy, I just want you to tell me, what are you feeling right now? How do you feel towards this whole incident? Yeah! No, Jimmy, not yeah. Not yeah. Okay, could you just tell me, what happened? What happened from the beginning? Okay, hey, is it okay if I have a boner right now? Get out. Finally, in some movie news, director Zack Snyder tweeted a picture of Ben Affleck as the Dark Knight in a Man of Steel sequel set to come out in 2016. A ton of people really didn't know what to feel about Ben Affleck as the new Batman, especially because of his hilariously bad portrayal of Daredevil. Fuck, that movie sucked. But since the photo, more people seem to appreciate the casting choice, seeing as how he kinda looks like a badass. Like, this guy looks like he could break my clavicle. with his tongue. And since the beginning of Batman movies, every time a new person is casted as Batman, the fans are always like, "Oh, Christian Bale? Oh, I hate that guy." And then several years later, they're like, "He is my favorite Batman. I have always loved him. I never doubted him for 1 second. Nope." So I guess we'll see how that goes, especially with the weirdest casting choice ever as Zombieland's Jesse Eisenberg as the villain Lex Luthor. So I guess cross your fingers that this movie does not end up like fucking Batman and Robin. Worst movie ever.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of What the Fuck News. And now onto the question of the day. What do you personally think of Ben Affleck as the new Batman or Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor? Is it a good match? Will it suck? Do you even care? Do you even know what I'm talking about right now? Do you even know who I am? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to see what you think about all of that shit. Anyways, all of today's stories can be found in the description as well as all of my links. Every time I do that, I feel my boobs for some reason. I don't know why. All of my links are in the description. Find them there. Also, before you guys go, make sure to check out my channel at youtube.com/CaptainDestes to see more of me. I will see you next week for another What the Fuck News, and fair winds.